Hey, Ridge kids. All right, Mr. Chris said I should come out here and help him with something, but I don't. Do you guys see him anywhere? I don't see him anywhere. Guys, check this out. Check this out. What?
Cue the theme music!
We're just boys and girls.
Oh, what?
We can still wake up the world. We're just boys and girls. We can still wake up the world. We're just boys and girls. We can still wake up the world. We're just boys and girls. We can still wake up the world.
Welcome to Wake Up the World. I'm Miss Bree, and I am so excited that you're here with us today. We have so much fun in store. We are checking out a Newsy News story about a man named Nehemiah and how lots of people came together to help him to do a really big job. Let's get started.
Hey, I'm Miss Hannah P. Take a look at me. I'm showing thanks with my thankful tree. You can do it too. Here's what you do. Start with the tree, then take a leaf. Look around your life at the good you see. Someone that you love, someone that you like. Take your leaf, and that's what you should write. It can be a friend, it can be a food, it can be a pet, or it can even be school. As long as you're thankful to G-O-D, you can give thanks with your thankful tree.
Every time I'm feeling down, you pick me up. Sing, oh, oh. And when my heart is feeling emptied out, you fill my cup. Sing it out now. Oh, oh. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. Yeah! T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Here we go, verse 2. I'm grateful for the way you've been a friend to me. Sing, oh, oh. And even in the deepest, darkest night, you help me see. Sing it out now. Oh, oh. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. For the joy that you give to me, for the way that you made me free, for my friends and my family, I just wanna say, for loving me from the start, for every beat of my heart, for everything you are. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. For the joy that you give to me, for the way that you made me free, for my friends and my family, I just wanna say, for loving me from the start, for every beat of my heart, for everything you are. I just wanna say.
It's time for Newsy News!
Hello, and welcome to Newsy News. I'm Mr. Chris. We have a big story today about a man named Nehemiah. It takes place mostly in Jerusalem. Now, we're going to get right to it because we've got a lot to cover today. Nehemiah grew up in Jerusalem. His whole family lived there. He now had an important job. He was a cupbearer to the king of Susa. There was a big wall around the city of Jerusalem. It was there to keep people safe, and it did for a long, long time, until it didn't. Nehemiah received a report that conditions at home were awful. The wall was crumbling, the city was a mess, and most people had just left. Nehemiah was so sad to hear this. He cried out to God to help him figure out a way to rebuild his city. Now, we have a special guest here with us to talk about Nehemiah. Help me welcome the Queen.
Hello. Thank you for your warm welcome.
Okay, no problem. Tell us about the night you noticed that your cupbearer was a little off.
Yes, Nehemiah. He came to bring us our evening beverages, the king and I. He's usually delightful, but he just looked so sad. We liked him, and so naturally we noticed that he was sad. And my husband asked him what the matter was, and he said that his home city was in shambles. Poor thing. He asked for time off to go help rebuild, and we gave it to him because we're very generous, and he is so good at his job. Because he's so amazing, my husband also wrote to leaders in the neighboring cities to find help for Nehemiah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us today. Wow. So Nehemiah got time off work and people to help him rebuild his city. Now, what happened next was crazy. And so to talk about it, we've got a girl that can talk really, really fast. Welcome, the girl that can talk really, really fast.
Thank you.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. I have the next part of the story. Are you ready?
Go for it.
All right, good. Nehemiah arrived in Jerusalem with no idea what to do next. He told his officials in Jerusalem that God was supporting him in rebuilding the city. They said, cool, we'll help. A few people laughed at him, and he was like, you could just keep your nose out of this because that's none of your business. So that was cool. And then people started coming from all different towns and started fixing stuff together. They fixed the sheep gate and the fish gate. They fixed the Jeshana gate. They fixed the Tower of Furnaces, the Valley Gate, the Dung Gate. They fixed the fountain gate, and then more people started coming to help, and it was awesome. They fixed pools and the King's Garden, and they fixed the Tomb of David and the House of Heroes, and they put in a Starbucks. Just kidding. And they replaced doors and wells and the palace, and they even rebuilt houses in the city.
Wow, they did a lot of work, and you talk so fast.
Thank you.
Wow. They worked so hard and just got it done, right? Great story.
Nope, that's not the end. Some people got really mad, and then they were rebuilding, and they started making a plan to attack. And Nehemiah found out about the plan. He and his friends prayed and prepared for battles, and they strapped swords to themselves so they had them close if they needed to fight. But they didn't, because God thwarted the enemy's plans. Hooray!
So, did they finish it?
Mm-hmm. They did. It took 52 days, but with God's help and a lot of friends, Nehemiah saw the job completed.
Hey, that is amazing. Thank you for helping tell our story.
Welcome.
All right. Well, Nehemiah was so thankful that God had given him so many people to help. And I'm so thankful for people that helped me too. This has been Newsy News. Join us next time.
Hey friends, I'm so glad you're here. We get to talk again about our amazing story this week with hashtag Bring It All Together. This week is all about Nehemiah and how he got to build this amazing wall back home, and he had all this help. So we're going to dive right into that. First, who has ever built something that was really hard? I do a lot of building with my son of the wooden Thomas the Engine train sets. And one time we built one that went from our upstairs all the way down, all the way around the kitchen and the living room. It was big, friends. It was big. How about you?
When I was a kid, actually, my mom and dad were building our house. And with my mom and my dad and my two sisters, I remember we pushed up this wall. It was really heavy. It was crazy. I got to watch our house being built, and it was incredible.
Let's see, for me, I have a son, he's 3, and his aunt told him that she was going to bring him a Thanos toy, okay? Thanos from the Avengers. She brought him a Thanos Lego toy with maybe 250 little tiny pieces. So yeah, that took a long time. And then literally, as soon as I put all the pieces together and gave it to Caleb, he took them all apart. It does make me think about our story for today, though. So the guy is Nehemiah, okay? And Nehemiah had a job already. He was a cupbearer, and he worked for a king and a queen. And someone in the kingdom comes and tells him that his home, where he was originally from, that the wall had been destroyed in his home. Of course, he was sad. You know, if you think about if you grew up in Plymouth and you lived in another state and someone came to you and was like, man, Plymouth has just been destroyed. Dairy King has been destroyed. You know, all the places you love, you might be a little sad, you know? So he goes, all right, well, man, I really wish I could do something about it. And they go, and he gets home, and he kind of brings everybody together, bringing it all together. He brings everybody together, and they start to build the wall up. During the process, there were some people who were a little negative. They were like, oh, you guys will never be able to build stuff back up. Come on. Nehemiah was like, hey, guys, look, don't pay attention to them. Focus on what we're doing. And I promise you that we can get the job done. And of course, in the end, they got the job done. And when they did, everyone gave thanks to God, not Nehemiah, but to God, because they knew that it was God who had made it possible for them to be able to get things back the way they were.
I mean, Nehemiah was one guy, and God asked him to do that. I can't even imagine how worried or overwhelmed he must have felt, because that is a huge job.
Yeah.
But God is so good, and he sent Nehemiah all the help that he needed to rebuild the wall. He didn't ask Nehemiah to do it all alone.
In my own life, I can think of times where I felt like I needed to do a really good job, but I didn't know how to do it all on my own. I remember on the volleyball team learning how to overhand serve. My coach was there, and they really helped me learn how to do it well. And so God really does provide us with the people to help us right when we need it, just like he did for Nehemiah.
You know what, too? It even makes me think about Wake Up the World.
Oh.
Because no one of us could do all this by ourselves. And all of us come together to make it possible, but it would never be the case if it was just one of us. And that reminds me of our focus verse.
Oh.
Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, and his love endures forever. Ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It never stops. And that just means no matter what you get into, no matter how tough it is, his love will always be right there for you.
So true, so true. Well, thank you, Mr. Chris and Miss Delaney. It's been another week of bringing it all together. I'm so glad we were able to talk through the story of Nehemiah. And that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Fast facts are called fast facts because they're coming at you what? Fast. This week's fast facts are about famous walls. Fast fact number 1. The Great Wall of China was built during the Ming Dynasty. The Great Wall of China stretches 5,500.3 miles. The Western Wall, also called the Wailing Wall, is situated in the old city of Jerusalem. It was built by Herod the Great. The Great Zimbabwe, constructed by the Bantu people during the 11th century, is 36 feet high and 820 feet wide. That wall is 300 years old. Made from stone and turf, Hadrian's Wall stretches 73 miles across the entire width of northern England. And finally, the Wall of Stone. The Wall of Stone was completed in the 15th century with 40 towers and 5 fortresses. It is nearly 3.5 miles long. This has been Fast Facts, Fast Facts. Why do we call them Fast Facts? Because they're coming at you what? Fast.
I just love this episode so much. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to come here and be with you. And I'm thankful that God gave us community, friends, and family. This story about Nehemiah probably would have turned out much differently if all of those people wouldn't have come out to help him. Teams, communities, besties, and families are a gift to be thankful for sure. Don't just sit there, friends. Go wake up the world.
Today's show would not be possible without the support of the following people, places or things. A special thanks to Miss Bree for reminding us to thank God for the people in our lives. You guys are great. Shout out to Walls. My bathroom just wouldn't be the same without you. We can't forget golf carts for just being so much fun to ride. We have to do that again. That's it for this week. Click the subscribe button and we'll see you soon.